Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm going to be making a really good Palantir video because this is an extremely pivotal moment for Palantir, and we are about to be in extreme deep value territory, similar to the way we were at $6 around a year ago. Before I do, I ran out here really fast to make a quick video. I got to go back upstairs because today is the second celebration for my son's birthday. He just turned 2 years old on Thursday. We take him out. If you guys from Eastern Europe, you guys know what I'm talking about. That, you have essentially 3 birthdays for kids. One is just the parents take him somewhere. Today is going to be like the family birthday at home. And then in 2 weeks, or in a week, we're going to have the actual birthday for friends. So I wanted to come out and make a very important video, because I think it's important for people to understand exactly where Palantir is at. Palantir raw talk, okay? Keep it raw, no protection. It is what it is. One cap. Everybody knows the rule. Look, there's a couple of things that's happening to Palantir that's making it a much more valuable company, a much better investment, and a huge opportunity for people. There's a lot of rain outside. People might mistake it for all the cry babies that we had this week as the price is going down. Palantir is currently trading at just north of $14 a share. Palantir right now is a much better and capable company than it was a year ago. Much more capable than it was a year ago. That's a fact, guys. We have so many more products that are being offered. For example, AIP, Artificial Intelligence Platform. And if you guys are unaware what that is, that allows your company to actually extract usefulness from the data from your LLM, large language model. So it's essentially a pick and shovel play of generative AI. If you want to think about it like that, that's huge. Number 2, for example, I'm just giving you guys 2 examples of why Palantir today is a better company than it was a year ago and 24 months ago. FedStart. Palantir is on-ramping. I believe they already have 3 or 4 clients that they're on-ramping with FedStart. FedStart allows companies that normally couldn't get exposure to the DoD to work with Palantir and actually use Palantir Foundry. Somebody asked me that. Yes, FedStart companies are using Palantir Foundry software because they need to be within the Palantir Foundry membrane in order for Palantir to be able to push your company to the DoD. By doing that, they're introducing companies to Palantir Foundry software, making strategic partnerships for the future, and they're helping the U.S. government by being able to onboard companies with amazing technology that normally wouldn't be able to work with the government for lack of funds, expertise, experience, and connections. So Palantir is offering just these 2 brand new platforms that they didn't a year ago and 24 months ago. Not to mention Apollo, which I think is going to be really big soon, and a bunch of other things. For example, meshing hardware with software. For example, the virtual reality, augmented reality, the headset that was pictured in the back of Dr. Alex Karp's interview with Fox News. So that's one. Technically, Palantir is a much better company, a much more sound company than it was a year ago and 24 months ago. 2, and there's going to be three reasons why Palantir is becoming a deep value territory company. The second reason is increased TAM. Now, people keep talking about this artificial intelligence, that it could be by 2030, 2 trillion, 10 trillion, 80, 100 trillion, and that, the U.S. government is spending $800 billion on defensive budget, and that they're going to be spending $1 trillion in defensive budget. And this is all true, or possibly could be true. But the fact is, it's an artificial TAM, because that defensive budget, hardly anything is going towards Palantir or towards software, let's say software. And artificial intelligence, we don't know how much of that TAM is actually going to software. So the TAM is, yes, it's there in theory, but in reality, we're not going to be getting much of that. But we don't need much, because Palantir is a leader in the market that they're essentially making and shaping which if you know anything about Peter Thiel and 0 to 1, everything is starting to make sense. But the TAM is going to grow. So Dr. Alex Karp always talks about that only a fraction of 1% is being spent on software with the DoD. They spend less money on software than there is revenue for Palantir. Let that sink in. Palantir has $2 billion of revenue. They spend less than that on software. That's going to change, especially with what's currently happening in Ukraine, geopolitical uncertainty with China, Taiwan, and many other countries. Palantir is actually getting a lot of recognition right now from the news. Palantir is going in front of Congress, in front of Senate, in front of politicians, both domestically and abroad, and trying to increase the spending of countries' DoD defense budget on artificial intelligence and software. And they specifically say, use it on software that actually is proven on the battlefield and tested and actually works. No cockroach.com. So the TAM of Palantir has never looked better, because the TAM for Palantir, specifically for what Palantir does, is starting to expand. There was a article that the police union of Bavarian state in Germany is pushing back that a German politician is canceling the use of Palantir software because Palantir software works. So the police union said, listen, Palantir works. We actually use it on the field. Stop fucking with us. Don't take away our ability to catch bad guys because we're able to comb through data with Palantir, and we can't do it without it. So what I'm saying is governments, both domestically and abroad, are starting to understand that Palantir works. It actually works. And there is no substitute for Palantir. France recently dropped their program using Palantir. I guarantee you in 2 years, mark my words, screenshot this video, they will be back using Palantir. That's exactly how Palantir started working with the DoD. In any case, so that's two, right? Number one, the extreme deep value territory. Palantir is a much more robust in terms of offerings alone today than it was a year ago or 24 months ago. Palantir's total addressable market, in actuality specific for what Palantir does, is drastically expanding, and it's just starting. It's going to really, I think by 2030, it's going to explode specifically for what Palantir does, more so than where it was 12 months ago and 24 months ago. And I'm going to give you the third deep value territory. As Palantir's TAM increases and as Palantir's offerings increase and as there's more applicability and usability and adaptation of what Palantir does, at the same time, the price of Palantir is going down. Now, it's not going down to where it was $6 or $7 or $8, but it is going down because of a macro trend. What's happening? Thank you, Jerome Powell, for absolutely destroying the market. Now, people believe that Palantir's price went off a cliff because it went from $20 to $15, but it didn't, because Palantir's price went from $7 all the way to $14, all the way to $20, and then it just retreated back to that $14, $15, $16 range. And right now it's trading at $14 a share. The thing is, as Palantir's capabilities increase, as Palantir's specific TAM increases and the price decreases, the deep value just expands and gets better and better and better. And I believe this is one thing that Kathy Wood of ARK Invest sees. That's why she just bought up another 1 million shares on Thursday. She actually did a podcast and she explained why they got out of Palantir and why they got back into Palantir. And it reiterates basically everything that I'm saying in this video, just in different words. You guys should definitely check it out. I'm going to leave a link to it at the end of this video. So what's my plan? Right now, Palantir is at $14 a share. I have never been as bullish for Palantir as I am today. I have in my mind, could be completely wrong, but in my mind, no doubt whatsoever that Palantir is going to be an absolute killer in the future, and Palantir is going to be a triple-digit stock. I have no doubt in my mind. Right, wrong, better, or worse, I'm going to invest with my gut because it served me well all these years. I will be increasing my position in Palantir once it starts getting to the low teens and closer to the single digits. What does that mean? $10 mark, load the boat. 11, 12, it's starting to look a lot juicier. Right now at 14, I'm standing still. I'm not going crazy, but I am starting to pay attention more. And if it doesn't hit my targets, that's okay, because I still got a shit ton of shares. But for you, the person that doesn't have a lot or that's thinking to get into Palantir, the value proposition is getting better. The value proposition is there, in my humble personal opinion, but you should definitely do your own research. At the end of the day, it's personal finance, which means personal for you. At the same time, I am going to be selling my covered calls. Next week, we have a major catalyst, or a major, point of destruction. The NHS contract is going to be announced on the 28th. We think that we're going to be getting it. We're the front runners on it. At the same day, Kathy Wood and Shaim Sanker are going to be doing a special podcast. Is this a coincidence? Maybe. Maybe not. I do think that we got the contract, but again, this is just my own personal opinion. So pay close attention if you want to get into Palantir or increase your bag of Palantir, because I believe that Palantir every day is becoming a more valuable company because of what they're offering and because of the market that's growing around exactly what they're offering. They're like in the best possible position. Not to mention the price is going down. So if Palantir was worth $20 right now a share, I would say, well, it's not in deep value territory. At 14, 15, 16, it's fair valued. But now, if it goes to 13, 12, or 11, or 10, it is a ridiculous value. I don't think it's going to go to $6. I think it might go down to $11 or $12, maybe. Guys, thank you so much. Do your own research, do your own due diligence. Whatever I'm saying is not the word of God. I'm just a guy rocking a Psycho Bunny shirt. Shout out to Psycho Bunny. They're the sponsors of this video. They're hooking me up with a bunch of gear soon. I can't wait. And thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'm going to go play with my son right now and enjoy his birthday. Thank you. Have a great day. Like, share, subscribe, and let me know what you guys are doing with Palantir. Are you guys buying more shares, or are you guys going to hold up? And at what point are you thinking about adding shares? Unless you're DCAing this entire time. Thank you. Have a great day.